Hello everybody, it's Foo here and I'm bringing you week 9 of the WBE Let's Go League. This is the final match of the regular season and we're going off against Callum, aka HoodlumCallum, and his Humilau Hoodlums. So this one's going to be an interesting one because actually it doesn't end up mattering too much for our playoffs placement. We're already guaranteed a bye in the first round, and so we're going straight to semi-finals. So that's really good, and this doesn't affect that at all. But I have currently gone winless. Not winless. I have currently not lost a match in this regular season, which is fantastic, coming off a really intense battle against the only other person who hadn't got a loss last week, and I did win that against Vivid. So that's really great, and I would love to win this one against Callum to have a completely undefeated regular season, and it means that going into playoffs I'm not going to be playing anyone who's already beaten me, and the worst that I can come out of it is with a neutral record against someone. I will not have a negative record against anyone as long as I beat Callum this week, so that would be fantastic. And it means that whatever happens in playoffs, I can be really proud of my regular season. I can say that I'm potentially the most consistent player in the league, so that will be pretty cool. So that's what's riding on this match for me. For Callum, it's a bit more important because if he wins this one really well, and if Vivid loses his match, then Callum could potentially still get a bye and go straight to semi-finals. So he will be playing his heart out for this one. So it's important for him, and it's not as important for me. It's more kind of, I just want the kudos of winning this one. But it's an interesting matchup, so if you're just interested in the battle at this point, I'll leave a timestamp in the comment section. You can skip straight to the battle, but I will be talking about our matchup here and the team that I'm bringing. So yeah, Callum's got a really cool team, and he has been playing it so well. First off, he's got one of my favourite megas in the entire game, which is Mega Blastoise. It's just such a joy to use because it is so good and effective. And in this meta, it's amazing. It's a bulky water type, and it's an almost unstoppable special attacker. So it's really strong, and bulky offense is a really good way to kind of beat Mega Aerodactyl, my own Mega. And yeah, Mega Blastoise is a very good stop to Mega Aerodactyl, so that's going to be interesting to see. His other threats include things like Exeggutor, which is decently bulky and really puts the hurt in on my team because not many, only Venusaurs are very good switching on grass type moves, and it's got Psychic for that, so that could be an issue and it could put stuff to sleep. Clefable also very bulky. It has things like T-Wave that I need to watch out for, and Calm Mind. Fortunately, I don't think it has recovery, so that's really nice. And also Moltres, again, quite bulky, but it's always going to be checked by my Mega Aerodactyl. He does have a lot of really good offensive Pokemon in the format like Dugtrio and Jolteon, but fortunately for me, because I have an even faster, more powerful Pokemon in Mega Aerodactyl, those won't be as effective as they might have been in other matchups, but they still could do damage and force switches if I'm not careful. So I'll go through the team that I'm bringing, and we can just talk through some of those sets. So first off, Mega Aerodactyl definitely is coming this week. It's really important because it outspeeds a lot of his offense, takes it out very comfortably, and once the bulky Pokemon are whittled, again, it can clean up. So it's looking really good this week, as most weeks, and it can come adamant because his fastest Jolteon can't outspeed it. I've got a couple of things to watch out for though, because Dugtrio has Sucker Punch and Mega Blastoise does get Aqua Jet, which is actually really powerful and something that I really need to watch out for. So yeah, just need to keep an eye on that and keep this thing healthy enough to be able to take one. So Rock Slide for hitting pretty much everything. Earthquake is there to hit Dugtrio, and also things like Haunter. It's accurate as well, which is important. And then I just threw Wing Attack on there because it hits Exeggutor better, and also Machoke. If a random Machoke comes to take Rock Slides, I will be able to hit it with the Wing Attack, so that's good. The next Pokemon is going to be my Nidoking. This is going to be my Stealth Rocker this time. It's also a switch in on Clefable's Moonblasts, and has the Poison Jab to threaten that, and also threatens Exeggutor with the Poison Jab. And Earthquake basically just hits everything. Anything that Earthquake doesn't hit, I can hit with Rock Slide, so that's my Nidoking set, pretty basic. Jolly, just to make sure that I can outspeed Blastoise and get some Earthquake damage on there if I need to. We've then got Poliwrath. This guy's really important because he's basically my best switch in on Mega Blastoise. and I can Toxic it. I can't do too much damage back, but Mega Blastoise, its coverage is generally amazing, really, really good. Not many things can take its the combination of coverage, mainly its Water-type moves and Dark Pulse. Not many things resist that, but my Poliwrath does, so very good reason for having it on my team. And so I can switch in very easily on Water-type moves, Ice-type moves, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, whatever. And yeah, I can then Toxic it, get damage on with Superpower, and really help put it in range of my Aerodactyl. So that's this guy's job. He can also do some nice things like take hits from Dugtrio pretty well, and yeah, those are the main things that he'll be doing. I don't think he'll be doing too much else, but those it can help with. Poison Jab is also there for Exeggutor and Clefable switch-ins, which is pretty nice. Worth noting that Blastoise could well be coming completely physical, so it could have the Earthquake, but still Earthquake won't be doing too much to this guy because Blastoise is a much better special attacker than physical attacker. But because of the Aqua Jet option and because of Earthquake to hit this, I do need to bear in mind that physical Blastoise is definitely an option for Callum. Okay, now we're bringing Venusaur because I think generally it's a very good matchup against Callum's team. Things like Dugtrio, Jolteon, Clefable, and Blastoise itself, loads of things don't like this Pokemon, and so that's really, really good. Throwing Earthquake on there because that catches the Jolteon, it catches the Haunter, it catches the Arbok, which otherwise would be quite good against this. Sludge Bomb is very nice for the things weak to poison, and then Mega Drain will be doing really good damage to the Blastoise. In fact, after a Mega Drain, we're pretty much almost in arrow range for Rock Slide there, so that's really, really good. And Sleep Powder, I can potentially put something to sleep. Exeggutor won't want to switch in on this because of the risk of Sludge Bomb, so I think there's a good chance of putting something to sleep, and we have to go Timid if we do want to ensure that we outspeed that Blastoise. And then we've got my Snorlax. Snorlax is coming this week because it's another way to kind of take on Blastoise reasonably well. And it also can take on Clefable reasonably well, take some pressure off. It takes on Haunter pretty well, and Exeggutor not so well because Exeggutor can Leech Seed it. This thing has a massive HP stat, so we won't be whistling down Exeggutor very well with this. But it's got really nice coverage. Facade hits almost everything. Haunter gets hit by Crunch, and Crunch is also there to hit Exeggutor a bit harder. Thunder Punch is nice for a bit more damage on Blastoise and more damage on the Moltres as well. And then my last one is Brick Break because I'm now paranoid about screens. I don't actually think he has that many things that can set up screens, but if Jolteon, Clefable or Exeggutor have screens, I do have something that can remove them, but I'll have to position quite well to be able to Brick Break there. So that is my Snorlax. I wanted to fit Self-Destruct on again. I think Self-Destruct would be really good against this team, but Haunter being a problem, I wouldn't want to Self-Destruct on a Haunter. That would be rubbish. So this is the set we're bringing. And last but not least, we have an all-out offensive Kabutops. This thing, the Aqua Jet priority on it is really nice. It can OHKO Dugtrio, and it can do good damage to a lot of things that are faster than it but are quite frail, so Aqua Jet's really nice there. Rock Slide is mainly just for doing some decent damage to Blastoise because I don't have other moves to do that. I could have put, otherwise I would have put something like Swords Dance on here, or maybe another Stealth Rocker just to ensure that we can get them up, but I think that Rock Slide is just better because we can try to get more damage on the Blastoise. And then the last move is Leech Life because it does catch an Exeggutor switch in, which might think that it's safe, but it's definitely not. So I think it's just all round pretty good coverage. Not many things want to switch in on this. And it's basically kind of a Blastoise lure and an Exeggutor lure. If Blastoise comes in and takes 2 Rock Slides, that's fantastic because already it's really close to being taken out by my Mega Aerodactyl, so I think that will work quite well. So that's the team. How I'm feeling about this matchup is not too bad. I think that Callum does have the tools to be able to take me on, especially with the priority with Blastoise and Dugtrio, so yeah, I need to watch out for that. But other than that, I think we've got a decent matchup, and I'm really hoping that we can pull this one out, so I'll see you in the battle. Okay, so we've matched with Callum, so let's see what he is bringing. Yeah, I really hope that I win this one. It would be really nice to finish off the season with an undefeated record, but that remains to be seen. regardless, like, the pressure's off this time. I guess I could have gone with for a more crazier team using some of the stuff that I haven't used, but we'll just go with this for now. Okay, so interesting that there's no Clefable there, which I quite like. This is going to be a bit tough to decide what my lead is going to be, because I was kind of thinking Venusaur would be a good lead, but the Moltres is there. So I'm almost thinking that Aero is a good lead here. Or maybe Venusaur. Yeah, just maybe Venusaur. Maybe Venusaur. Because if he leads with Moltres, I'll just switch straight into my Snorlax. I think that's what I'll do. The issue being that Moltres can have U-turn. So if he brings a U-turn Moltres, that could be really good prep on him. Although as soon as rocks go up, it's definitely more limited. But I could see him leading with Moltres just because obviously rocks aren't up straight away. So that's something that he could do. I don't know how this is going to go. We'll see. I don't think Moltres gets anything for my Kabutops, but he could just throw off a burn straight away. That's not the worst thing, because I've got my Snorlax. If he gets burned, then Facades are boosted, and he hasn't got his Haunter, which means I can just throw off boosted Facades if he does just burn something. I'm thinking Moltres is coming out, and I've led with Venusaur, so that's a bit silly, but it's because I'm really scared of... okay, this isn't bad, because I think my Venusaur lives a hit from this and can Sludge Bomb straight away. And I don't think that that's bad, and I don't have great switch-ins on this, so I think Sludge Bomb here is the play. And we can see what Callum wants to do. Like, I really, I'm not sure about this. I potentially shouldn't have done that, because this is also helpful for a lot of things, and Psychic will do a ton. Like, Psychic will do loads, and he'll want to wear this thing down because he may see this as like a switch in on his Blastoise. But damage on... Oh my god, that does so much. And he gets the poison, which is really good. He's going to go straight for the Psychic, like, obviously. It should do a lot, but I should live. I do live, but only just. Wow. But I can just go for a Giga Drain now, get a little bit more back. That's modest as anything. Okay, so my we're playing without a Venusaur pretty much here. The only thing that it could do is Giga Drain the Blastoise at this stage. But actually, he's probably, as I said, he's probably got Aqua Jet, so even then, I thought I would do slightly less than that. Maybe shouldn't have done that, but then, as I say, I don't have great switch-ins on this. I mean, he's probably just going to let his Exeggutor go down at this stage, which is fine, because it's kind of a threat. It's something that my Aerodactyl doesn't OHKO. The only things that I really need to weaken are... What's coming in now? Spitfire. This is probably... Oh, I should have just gone for another Sludge Bomb. I was trying to get greedy, just getting a little bit more recovery. But here, it's alright. I'll go into my Slowbro here. I do think it's worth keeping my Venusaur around. I'll get a little bit of recovery. Might help with some Stealth Rock switch-ins. I think he might go for a U-turn. But yeah, we'll just go straight into my Snorlax. If he subs up, then that's one thing. I mean, if he's sub-toxic, it could potentially beat my Snorlax. But I should do plenty of damage in the meantime. But really, this is okay. This is looking okay. Yeah, I think this is looking okay. Blastoise is the main thing that I need to weaken. Yeah, Blastoise is definitely the main thing I need to weaken. Machoke has come, but I'm doing tons to Machoke with Aero. So the Flamethrower comes out. Does he get the burn? No burn there. I think Thunder Punch is my play. Because Blastoise might come out here. If Blastoise comes out, that's amazing. But either way, obviously this is doing most damage to Moltres unless he does go for the Will-O-Wisp. So he's withdrawing what's coming out. I can take out an Exeggutor. Don't be... Okay, this guy. Okay. This guy. We do some good damage there. That was really good damage, actually. So yeah, I don't have great switch-ins on him. He could go for the Earthquake. He could just go for the fighting move. I'm tempted to actually go into my Nidoking. I think I take an Earthquake. No, I can't. I need that for the Jolteon now. Definitely need it for the Jolteon now. Or yeah, I kind of want to keep that though. I think going into this is alright, but then I lose all my switch-ins for that. Yeah, that's sack Venusaur. This is really bad though, because then now I'm going to be sacking stuff to Blastoise. Blastoise is going to get KOs this match. It really is. If this has Sub, it's not too bad because I can break that with a Giga Drain. I'm pretty sure I can break that with a Giga Drain. It'll probably have Ice Punch, but you know, that's alright. It's at half health. I'm easily be able to revenge it with anything really. And we can take that sub out, we can get a little bit of recovery, but we're probably going down to the follow-up. Fire Punch, that's what he's got. Okay, that's okay. I think if we bring in Aerodactyl now, we can just go for a wing attack. Or we could take this as an opportunity to set up my Stealth Rock. Yeah, I think this is an opportunity to set up my Stealth Rock, start pressuring the Moltres, because that could otherwise be a problem. If it has Earthquake, we can take one and we still beat it. I think he probably does have Earthquake by the fact that he's staying in, but that's okay. Is it okay? Yeah, it's kind of okay. It's kind of okay. I don't know, yeah, the Jolteon's going to be a lot more of a problem now. But Earthquake does take this guy out. Maybe I should have just gone for the Earthquake. I don't know though, because... Oh, is he going into his Moltres now? Okay, he's sacking that off. That's fine. That's a pretty good play. Pretty good play. But, yeah, I just need... If he goes into... ideally he would go into Blastoise now, because I will sack this thing for damage on Blastoise. That 100% is an amazing thing for me. I think his best play is actually going into Moltres, but I can force that out with Kabutops, and then we'll see what he wants to do from there. I think he's going to try and keep his Blastoise really healthy till the end. I'm not sure how this is going. Okay, Dugtrio comes in. Dugtrio comes in. I know that I can take 2 Earthquakes with this guy. He might just go for rocks of his own. Unlikely though. What's more helpful? No, you know what? Sacking this is more helpful because he might just go for rocks. Sacking this is more helpful. Yeah, okay, good. We get rid of the Dugtrio. He gets rocks. If I had switched, he'd have still got rocks. So actually, I gain a lot from that. That's really, really helpful. I thought that he might go for rocks there. I thought he might, because if he went for an Earthquake, and as I switched, then he wouldn't be able to get his rocks up. So I thought that he saw that as his opportunity to get up rocks. So we can deal with the Dugtrio there. That means one less form of priority to worry about, which is great. Really, really good. And he's really running out of things that can do anything to my Aero. I just need to get damage on this Blastoise, which I don't think he'll let me do. But he's losing counterplays to it too, so... Okay, brilliant. He's brought in the Blastoise. We can get damage on. This is what I need. This is really, really what I need right now. I need to get damage on this Blastoise. Would it have been better for me to go for Poison Jab for the potential poison? No, because I just need as much damage on it as possible. Nidoking does a good amount to it. So yeah, I think this was the right play. And I do outspeed because I'm jolly. Oh, he has the jet, I forgot. I knew that. Why am I even thinking of these things? I'm being really, really stupid. Right, okay. Okay, this is fine. I can go into Tadswall here. Yeah, just go straight into Tadswall. This is really, really close. Do I go straight for a superpower? Or do I go for a waterfall predicting a switch into something? No, superpower is still the best play, unless he goes into Moltres. I think superpower here. I think superpower. Oh, he's withdrawing, goddammit. But it's alright if he goes into... I was so close to clicking waterfall. I was so close. We can go for a superpower, and I think just switching straight into... That does really good damage. Switching straight into my Kabutops is fine here. But if he has the U-turn, this is going to be an issue. Or I can switch into... Yeah, actually Snorlax is definitely my best switch. Snorlax is my best switch here. And I think I'll just go for a Facade. I don't think he 2-hit KOs me. Yeah, this is great. This is so good. We've got the really powerful Facade now. So if he wants to try and roost, we'll be doing more damage than he can heal. So this is good. Maybe I should... No, this is better than getting a burned Kabutops, I think. Yeah, we're doing more damage than he can roost off, unless he's like a bold Moltres, in which case we're doing about the same amount. But I think that this should do a lot. Not quite. We'll take him out next time if he decides to roost. So I think what he'll do is just go for damage here. Like, he can't really do anything else. And let's see how much damage this does. It's going to be close to see whether Jolteon can take us out, because I think that's what he has to go into now. Oh no, he's still got his Machoke. He's still got his Machoke. Yeah, he's still got his Machoke. I think my Kabutops can take out Machoke though. So that's what I'll do. I'll go into... this is going to be really close. I think I might have lost this one. I've still got my healthy Poliwrath though. No, I'm not giving you this. I'm not giving you a substitute. Absolutely no way. This guy is pretty much useless now because I don't think it would take a hit from Jolteon. Eep. Yeah, you just have to take me out here. You just have to take me out here. I've not got enough damage on Blastoise though. I need to get multiple hits on it. So that's an issue. So what we can do... everything is now weak to Jolteon, so if I don't go into Aerodactyl here, Jolteon comes out. Yeah, I go into Aerodactyl here. It's quite an easy Aerodactyl switch because I've still got switches in on Blastoise, which is my Poliwrath. So we're going to Mega Evolve and we're going to just Earthquake because it hits everything for the strongest amount. As he will sack his Machoke. Now we'll see what he wants to do after that. I think we might be alright. It depends on how aggressively Callum plays here. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be really, really close. I really hope I haven't forgotten one of his Pokemon. Yeah, so... yeah. We have to switch out here, obviously. And we go into Poliwrath because I don't need Aqua Jet damage on the Jolteon. I really don't need it. And I'm pretty sure we live... Yeah, so this was the play that he was going to make. But I think we're alright, because if he gets the KO on Kabutops, I can go into my Aero. This is going to be so close. Yeah, we switch straight out into Kabutops. This is going to be really close, and it'll come down to whether his Aqua Jet takes my Aero out, which I don't think it does from half. I've done the calcs, I don't think it takes me out from half. Thunderbolt, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I played too recklessly with my Venusaur. This endgame would be so much easier if I had been a bit more conservative there. But we can get into Aerodactyl here and just go for an Earthquake. And I think, really, really hope that that brings Actually, oh no. This is going to be so close. I don't know if this is going to do enough damage for Blastoise. Ooh, this is not good. It's so intense. See. Oh, he's letting me KO this. I think I win now. Unless I've forgotten a Pokemon. Have I forgotten a Pokemon? 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 I think everything's gone. So, my best play is Earthquake here because it hits. I should live this. Yeah, I live this. I get the Earthquake damage. And then I can win with Superpower. Yeah, I think I'm alright. This is the first time that Arrow's going to be taken out in a match. Sad times. So I don't think there's any way that his Blastoise can beat my Poliwrath. No, I do not. I do not think there's any way that he can beat my Poliwrath. Does he still have a healthy Moltres? I don't think he does. This should, I outspeed? So he must be quiet or something. We take that out, and I think that's the game. I think we won. 1-0. Yes! Okay, I had lost count of his Pokemon in my head. Holy crap. 1-0. Callum is the first person to take out my Mega Arrow, so that is something that he should wear proudly. Oh my god, we did it! We got the undefeated season! I'm so happy! This is great! This means that whatever happens in playoffs, like, obviously I really want to win, but whatever happens in playoffs, like, I've got an undefeated season, I've been the most consistent player, and it means that if I lose to anyone, my record against them is neutral. It's not a negative record against anyone. So I've done really well, and I'm so happy. So next week there won't be a battle because we got a bye in the quarterfinals, so we're going straight to the semi-finals. So no battle next week, but the week after there will be the semi-finals, and I don't know who it will be against. But that will be one to watch. So yeah, that was intense. Callum played that so well. He played his pieces really well, but I knew I needed rocks. I think that maybe leading Venusaur was not the right thing to do. Leading Kabutops would have been really good because it would have covered Moltres, which was a likely lead, and also it would have covered the Exeggutor. I could have gone for Elite's Life and it would have had a good probability to kill. I thought that my priority would be useful in the match, but really it's not. Like, it hits Moltres for super effective damage, but Aero always kills that. It hits Dugtrio for super effective damage, but Aero almost always kills that, even with Earthquake. It's just so frail. So really, Kabutops should have been a good lead because it leads well against pretty much anything. And I would have been able to get damage against Blastoise. Like, I think that would have been a better lead. So that's a learning point for me. Venusaur is always valuable, and I undervalued it here. But that is going to be all for today. So let me know your thoughts on the match, and GG to Callum. Please go and check out his side of the battle. Like, his prep was amazing. He's played a blinder throughout the season. I love his team. I think it's great. So check out his side of the battle. Thank you so much for battle, Callum. And that's all. So see you in 2 weeks' time. Goodbye.